My name is Harry Zucker. I am the president, CEO, and founder of WalaLight. WalaLight is a circadian rhythm LED lighting system that helps the occupants of any space see better, feel better, and function better. Isn't that a great thing? So a little bit about our company. We're a nationwide LED lighting company, and we've been in business for approximately 15 years, doing all types of LED lighting. In the past 10 years, we discovered that the brain can do tremendous things to the occupants of a facility. So we can actually help behaviors of people based on the lighting in the room. So we have focused on circadian rhythm lighting for 10 years. We've been in research and development. We have developed products and redeveloped products and perfected products to where we are today. We use wireless Bluetooth controls that makes every light speak to each other, makes the schedules go nice and smooth. It's a totally touchless system for the operator, which I'm sure you will love that part. We also have hardwired systems. So if you have a hospital or government type facilities that require hardwiring, we can hardwire a Bluetooth or a Dolly system, and we're working on the latest and greatest PoE systems that you'll be seeing in hotels and other places coming real soon. The secret to WalaLight is the quality of what we have. We use the best diodes that are available in the market, bar none. It's made by a company called Seoul Semiconductor. Seoul Semiconductor is the fourth largest maker of diodes in the world, based out of Korea. And the model that we use is called Sun-like. They call this Sun-like because they study the spectrum of light, meaning the sun, during the day, and they duplicated it perfectly. So it will look like you're outside when you're indoors in a facility. Really neat. It mimics the outdoor healthy lighting spectrum. Excellent. So what do I mean by that? Well, humans have been on Earth for a million years, and we've had lighting. And we woke up when the sun came up and went to bed when the sun went down. And then cavemen invented this glowing thing that they held in their hand called a torch. So what we've done is we've mimicked the daylight. So when you wake up, you're healthy and you're given energy. Basically in your endocrine system, what that is doing is it is releasing your cortisol to give you energy, and it's suppressing your melatonin. Then as the day progresses towards night, the light also progresses to an amber color. And when it's an amber color, it suppresses your cortisol and increases your melatonin and dopamine. What's that do? It makes you nice and tired and relaxed and helps you go to sleep, and hopefully without using drugs. It's a very powerful tool for you to have in your facilities. This picture over here shows you just how the course of a day looks. These are both almost the same. This shows you in the morning at 6 a.m., the sun coming up, it's an amber color, and you peek out at noontime, and then the color goes back down to the nighttime, where it's back to an amber color. Our system does this automatically and then resets itself for the next day and the next day and the next day forever without you having any intervention. So what is a healthy circadian rhythm? Well, healthy circadian rhythm is getting your body to do the same thing every day. And when your body is healthy, it has triggers that it likes to do at different times during the course of a day. As an example, if you have a healthy circadian rhythm, at 10 a.m., a person will have the highest alertness. So if you were taking a mental test or doing some activities with your brain, that would be probably where you would score the highest and you'd see the best results out of somebody at 10 a.m. Now, after lunch, afternoon, at 2:30, you have your best coordination. What is your best coordination? That's when you would be doing physical activities. Maybe it'd be physical therapy. Maybe it would be dancing. It would be doing some activity, walking, something where your coordination will be used at its best. And as you can see, at different times of the day, you have different things that are happening. But this also helps with staffing and understanding your residents. So things like your bowel movement is more likely to happen at 8:30 a.m. Wouldn't it be great if all your seniors went to the restroom at 8:30 a.m. You didn't have to worry about the whole day? Yeah, I think that would be a good thing. But there's different things that happen, and it's good to know what happens at different times. So this chart's very important. So we know that the fluorescent light has all these spikes, 5 different spikes that it has to make one color in the brain that causes confusion. Here you see what an ordinary LED light does, which is a vast improvement over fluorescent lighting, but it's not WalaLight. You can see that there's a big spike here, which scientists say could be between 460 and 490 nanometers of blue light. Okay, but you see this dotted line here, that is the sun. Why do we want to follow this spike here and not do exactly replicate what the sun has? It doesn't make sense to us. That's why us and Seoul Semi made the chips that duplicate the sun perfectly. It's also very important that the CRI in the light is 95 plus. You likely know that CRI stands for Color Rendering Index, and it's on a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the best. The best is when it absolutely mimics the look of any item. 95 is awesome. Museums are looking for 95 or better CRI. So your colors are going to be more vivid. Something is going to look like how it should look, which is going to be better for your eyesight and, again, a healthier situation for your seniors. Here is the anatomy of the WalaLight panel itself. The panel itself is only about 2.5 inches thick, including what's called a driver receiver that's on the back of it. The panel is actually a 1/2 inch thick, and then you have about 2 inches for the driver receiver combination that's on the back of it. The parts that we use are approximately 50% more parts than anybody else uses. It also costs about 200-300% more than inexpensive Chinese type lighting of similar types. Why do we do this? Because we studied what is right for a human. We know that when your diodes are edge lit, like ours are, it causes less glare. So as you can see, the diodes are edge lit, and they go across what's called a light guide, which is right here. And they go across this light guide so you get an even glow. So this glows like the moon. It's not like the sun. The sun goes in your eyes, you have to squint. If you go out at night in the moon, you're not squinting, you have no glare. Your eyes adapt to it very well. And that's what our WalaLight is supposed to be. Seniors have a difficulty when a light starts, stops, starts, stops as they walk down a hallway. This light is made to spread itself out both on the floor of the halls and the walls of the halls, so it's even throughout. And this is the type of lighting that will make seniors have less falls. Our components are sourced all over the world so that we make sure you get the finest. Our drivers come from England, a company called Ulam. This is our predecessor driver and what our competitors use. This goes on the back side of every panel with the driver and the receiver for the signal. This is the WalaLight driver and receiver. Quite a difference in size. It is all UL approved, and it's a superior product. It's just technology changes over the years. We change with it, and we offer you the latest of technology. Our control system, which is app developed, comes out of Finland. A company called Kasambi makes that. We also use a mesh tech system out of Dallas and other systems from other places. So we can adapt our panels to use multiple systems, multiple drivers, though we have tested and we think that we know which one is the best one to be offering to your customers. So this shows you the WalaLight family of lights that we have. You'll see that we have 6 different sizes from 2 by 2, 2 foot by 2 foot tiles, 1 foot by 4 foot, and 2 foot by 4 foot. And these would go into your grid or be surface mounted or pendant hung at facility. You say you like round lights, you like high hats, we have a 6-inch, 8-inch, and 10-inch round fixtures. And they work just like the flat ones. They're 1/2 inch thick. The lights themselves add a 2-inch thick driver to it, and that's the thickness of it. They can replace in the existing holes that you have in a facility. You can replace with the 6-inch, 8-inch, or 10-inch. As long as it fits you, should be fine. And the 3 different bulbs that we offer, the Wala bulbs. You also have the ability to manually control our system. What is that? Well, we have wall switches, which can also be used as handheld switches. So you could have it hanging on a wall. It's wireless. It's battery operated. The batteries last 7 years. So you just have to replace a coin battery on those every 7 years. With the wall switches, you can adjust the dimming up and down, the Kelvin up and down, or turn the system on and off. So picture this. You have the system in a residence room. It is the middle of the night. There's a medical emergency. Doctor goes to the room, or nurse needs to see the patient in bright white light. But the system is scheduled to be at 2200 Kelvin and amber color, so people relax. The doctor or nurse can walk over to the wall switch. They can turn it on. They can adjust it to bright white and put the dimming at 100%, and it would look like an operating room. It would look just like how it would look at 12 noon with the sun glowing bright. Hey, you done? Hit the button again, and it will resume back onto the schedule that it had. Let's say you have an area like offices. You know, we really don't need the office's schedule. When somebody shows up for work, we want them to be able to turn it on. Some people like to work in amber light, some people like to work in white light. We don't really care about the circadian rhythm for the office employees. So in a case like that, you would put our lights in there, and you would put a wall switch in each office. And the wall switch would change the lights wirelessly using Bluetooth. Change it to whatever Kelvin or dimming is desired by the user in that office. So what does a circadian rhythm schedule look like? So what we've done is we developed a schedule. We sat down with brain scientists and people in the know of senior living, and we worked on a schedule of what type of light residents should be getting at what time. And that's what you see here on our chart. So as an example, we start at 2200 Kelvin. They're going to start their day off at 6 a.m. at 2200 Kelvin, which is the amber color, and they're going to be at 75% dimming. Remember, we can adjust the dimming as well as the Kelvin temperature that they're receiving. And just like the slide that I showed you earlier, where the sun rises during the day, you're going to go from 2200 to 3000 to 5000 to 6000 Kelvin. So that is the increase in brightness, making it more like the sun. And that 6000 is achieved at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then you want them to relax for the rest of the afternoon after 2 p.m. So we slowly go back down the curve. 6,000 to 5,000 to 4,000 to 3,000 to 2,500 to 2,200 Kelvin when they go to sleep. And again, we can adjust the dimming as we like. This is our suggested schedule. You're allowed to make your own schedule. You can make different rooms, different areas. As an example, Let's say you have a room that you have square dancing in every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. and you want it bright and white and you want the residents awake and alert for that event. You easily can schedule that one room to have its own schedule. With WalaLight, you have all the functionality that you would need. You can adjust one light or adjust all the lights, as many as you like, to do whatever you want at any time. It's truly a flexible system, all app-based, that allows the user to control what they want and the desired outcomes. During the day, your WalaLight system is nice and bright, and people's cortisol is pumping and they're getting energy. But that can't last all day. You want the seniors to relax and get some sleep at night. You also have sundowner syndrome that you're dealing with in the middle of the afternoon. So let's discuss these two concepts. Basically at night, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your blue light as low as possible. You've heard blue lights are bad. In your bedroom, your alarm clock should not be blue. Your cable box should not be blue. Blue and white are colors you need to stay away from inside of a resident room so you can sleep and so your melatonin can grow. You should stick with red or amber colors, and that's what we are. We're at the amber color at nighttime. As you can see, our diodes at nighttime, you almost have no blue. It almost disappears. There's nothing that it 100% disappears, but we come about as close as you can find in the market. So let's recap for a second about the benefits of WalaLight. What it does in the day for your residents. Well, in the morning, it's good morning. Instead of being groggy, they wake up, they have their coffee, they're treated to some cortisol pumping sunlight, and they start getting active instead of being lethargic and sitting around. It helps with seasonal affect disorder. Gee, the lights go down, it's so early, and people have a lot of mental illnesses caused by seasonal affect disorder. You can change these lights to go amber at a certain time or keep them whiter at a longer time to deal with your seasonal affect disorder. Better vision, we are 95 plus CRI. You're going to be able to see things better, and we have a better spread so you won't be getting glare, you won't be having dark spots, you'll have better vision as you walk around the facility. Sundowner syndrome is a real important item. We have found that between usually 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, a lot of seniors, especially from the Alzheimer memory care units, have what's called sundowner syndrome. So if you could ultimately and possibly do this, you want to take your resident, put them into a room, maybe it's called the relaxation room, maybe it is their bedroom. Bring them to that bedroom, put the lights on warm, and what that will do is will calm them down. It will suppress the cortisol, increase the melatonin, dopamine, and will calm the resident down. So maybe your staff is used to having wrestling matches with the residents between 3 and 4 in the afternoon. Your staff's not happy about that. They really don't like the job because of these wrestling matches. Imagine if they didn't have wrestling matches. How much happier, hopefully, they would be. I think you could retain more staff, and you'd have happier staff and happier residents, which is a happier facility. At dinner time, when it's time to wind down, the lights go towards amber color. Just like a restaurant, if you go into any nice restaurant where the patrons are sitting, it's an amber color. They want you to feel relaxed and happy at their facility. Walk into the kitchen. It's bright white light. Why is that? They want the chefs awake, alert, working hard to serve you your meal. And then at nighttime, good night, we go down to 2200 Kelvin, which is a real amber color. You will find that in the marketplace, most of our competitors minimize at 2700 Kelvin. That 500 degrees of Kelvin does make a difference and helps make you more relaxed and more tired. So we believe that 2200 amber color is where you should be at night. Hey, maybe your seniors won't have to take drugs to go to sleep. Maybe they'll take less drugs to go to sleep. It has to be a better environment for them. So to summarize a WalaLight system, we have top-of-the-line controls made by Mesh Tech or Kasambi, and it's all Bluetooth mesh. It's all app-based. The flat-edge, indirect, thin-lit panel reduces your glare and has high CRI. You also can wash them down, so if there's germs, you can spray them with antimicrobial coatings if you are concerned about germs growing on it. It is not a dust collector. So you'll see there's a lot of lights that have basket designs to them, that dust can get inside and stay inside. It can't be healthy having dust in a room. The WalaLight is a sealed light system. And as I said, they're all app-based and programmed. And a beautiful thing is, because they're app-based and programmed the way they are, it allows WalaLight to do remote access. So let's say you have a problem at a facility, or you're looking to make a change to a schedule, or you hire a new employee who wants to learn how to use the lighting system and program it themselves. We can get on the phone with them. We can, from our offices in Florida, we can do any adjustments any place across the world as long as they have a Wi-Fi signal in the facility. We don't have to be there to do the repair. And that's a very costly and timely item that you'll appreciate forever when you get this system. Of course, you can add the wall mount handheld controls to it, and we are now having daylight harvesting systems that are going to add to the lights. Daylight harvesting system basically operates when there's light coming in through a window outside. It adjusts the brightness on the lights inside so that it levels it out. So you actually can use more of the exterior lighting in an interior space and further save money on energy. We also have occupancy and vacancy sensors. Those sensors are used when somebody walks in a room, it turns it on. That's an occupancy sensor. Vacancy sensor is when somebody leaves a room. It's showing that it's vacant. So I really appreciate spending this time with you. I look forward to a lot of questions and really would love to dig down with you and explain more about the system. What we do offer to architects and designers is IES files for all our lighting, or we offer photometric modeling that we do in our office and provide to you for free. So we can tell you, if you give us a CAD plan of a facility, we can tell you what it's going to cost to retrofit that facility. So why do you need WalaLight? Well, you're going to have happy and healthier residents, and of course happier employees, higher occupancy levels. I think everybody wins all across the board for making an investment in the beginning to make a facility better. Your energy and maintenance savings, you should be saving any place from 33 to 67% on energy, depending on your cost of energy and what you have right now, what the WalaLight is replacing. But this is LED technology, and a typical 2x4 fixture uses 50 watts of energy. A typical 2x4 troffer with regular fluorescent tubes uses approximately 240 watts of energy. So your savings is tremendous when you go from a fluorescent to LED, especially to WalaLight. Marketing advantage is a big plus. So when people go look and want to bring their parents to a facility, they'll look at ones in a neighborhood that's hopefully close to the house so they can come visit. And they go see your competitors and they can come see you. Well, they walk in your facility and it looks like your residents are all awake and alert. Hey, wait, they're not all hovering around a window to get the light from outside to give them energy and make them feel good like you see at most facilities. No, your residents are actually doing activities during the day. There's a tremendous marketing advantage when you show people your residents being active and your competitors' residents are inactive, drooling on themselves, hanging out by the window. It's two different types of facilities. Which one would you want to bring your parents to? We also meet and exceed all the biological specifications. We duplicate, mimic the sun. We provide an amber color that we know is going to promote your melatonin secretion at nighttime. And the beautiful thing is, we're the lowest cost on the market for comparable type product. We know what the competitors are working on, and we are just a smaller company. We can move faster, we can move quicker. We've been at it longer to learn what's right, and we offer that to you every day. Thank you for your time. It's greatly appreciated. As you can see, we won Outstanding Healthcare Products Award from Lincoln Healthcare. That's us on the big board in Times Square. Neat product. We do have samples. We do want to speak with you, so feel free to reach out to myself or any of the WalaLight representatives at any time. Thank you.
Bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be bright, bright.